Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about some of my sick kids hacks. My children have recently started getting over their cold and ear infections, and now that we have survived it, I just want to share with you guys how I did it, because let me tell you, last week and the week before were rough, and I honestly don't know if I would have survived it without some of these things, so I wanted to share them with you guys. The first thing that I wanted to share with you guys is this little guy right here, Vicks Baby Rub. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I put it on my kids' feet right before they go to sleep, and I put socks on them, and it just helps with their little coughs and like their it just helps to clear all that up. And I even do it throughout the day, just if they just are still feeling real icky. I use a lot of this. I think this one was brand new, and we used quite a bit of it actually, because the other one that I had I lost and I need a new one. Another thing that I would highly suggest if you've got some sick kiddos at home is getting a hold of a diffuser and getting some Thieves and some, sorry, can you guys see that? Sniffles. KidSense Sniffles. These guys have been in my diffuser, which I've got right here, still going. It's got some KidSense in it right now, some of that Sniffles, because I'm still trying to not get it, and it's there. It's just waiting to happen, and I just don't want it. But this stuff has been absolutely amazing. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Thieves in a minute, but this Sniffles KidSense has been so great. I was putting it on my kids' chests. I know that you can do the same with the Vicks Vapor Rub, but I knew that this was going to be more effective. So I was putting it on their chests, and then if I had any left over, I was rubbing it right on their back as well, and it helped so much, because my kids had runny noses, their ears were hurting from their ear infections, they had coughs, and they were just miserable, and this helped so much. And I had it going, I had my diffuser going 24/7. I had it in the playroom where we were, going all day long, rotating between the Thieves and the Sniffles, whatever I felt like they needed most. And then I would have it going in their bedroom as well for a little during nap time. Unfortunately, my kids' coughs were making it so that they just couldn't fall asleep, or by the time they would fall asleep, they'd go into this coughing fit, and it was waking them up. And I finally, when I brought my kids into the doctor, she had suggested giving the kids a little bit of Benadryl, and she gave me their correct dosages to have, so it depends on your own kids, but that helped with their coughing a lot and helped them to sleep so much better. And like, we didn't give them a lot of Benadryl, but just a little bit at bedtime, and it helped so much. Also, she suggested getting this cool air, it's not a purifier, but like kind of like a diffuser, but it wasn't diffusing it, this cool air fuser thingy majigger. This thing, I'm so glad I spent the money on this. This helped so much. Actually, I'm gonna have it running tonight in my room, because my nose, it hasn't been runny, but I can tell that it's plugged, and I have just been fighting this cold off for at least a week, and I just need to keep fighting it. So I'm gonna plug that actually into my room tonight as well, and it helped my kids sleep so much better, so much better. Another thing that I suggest having on hand when your kids are sick is my favorite thing in the whole entire world, Aquaphor. My kids, they just, especially with it being winter, their skin has just been so dry, and then with wiping their noses all the time, they were just getting so chapped and they were hurting and their lips were dry, and I just was feeling so bad, and this stuff really came in clutch having this around. After we would blow their nose, I would wipe some Aquaphor on there and helped to not be so dry, and it just felt so bad. A couple more things I also suggest keeping on hand when your kids are sick is a thermometer. We have this temporal scanner, and I've read in multiple places that they tend to read a little on the cool side, so they're like 1 degree cooler, but it's so easy to get their scan done that I still really like it. So you just press the button, swipe it across, and then it reads their temperature. So it says mine's 97.4, so it's probably 98.4, which is perfect. And if your kids are running fevers, I know a lot of people say just like let them sweat it out, I'm not one to push medications if we don't need it, but with fevers, I don't mess around with those. My daughter Harper ended up having a febrile seizure when she was about 1.5 years, and it was one of the most terrifying experiences of my whole entire life. So now anytime my kids have fevers, we alternate between Tylenol and Motrin. We just try and keep them as comfortable as we can, because after kids have had a febrile seizure, they are more likely to have one again. And it's so stressful, and I felt so bad for my daughter, and I just don't want to chance it again. So we start pumping these bad boys into their system when they have fevers. And then I think my last kid mommy hack for when your kids are sick, something to have on hand, is juice or Pedialyte, or I wouldn't say Gatorade because they have a lot of sugar in them, but something that your kid's gonna drink and to stay hydrated, and like maybe even to make this into popsicles. We do a lot of popsicles when the kids are sick because their throats, just like think of you and as an adult, when you're sick, your throat hurts and you pop in a cough drop. Well, I'm not gonna give my kids cough drops. I'm gonna give them a cold, something to help with their with everything. So we pushed a lot of fluids last week as well, way more than usual. Harper didn't like this so much, but Hudson really enjoyed it, so we just kept juice going in Harper, and then we had popsicles or ice pops, like freezies. We had those frequently last week as well, and I think it's something special, so it also helps to lift their spirits a little bit. And you know, I just feel so bad when my kids are sick. It breaks my heart, and then they're crabby, and anything I can do to make them more comfortable, I'm going to do. I do have 2 bonus mom hacks for moms in general, not just for your kids. Going back to this thieves. So what I've been doing to really try and help myself to not get sick is I'm trying to get a lot of rest. I am wiping down the surfaces in my house, anything that I'm touching frequently, that the kids are touching frequently, with like a Lysol wipe or something that's going to get the germs off of it. I'm going through my house once to twice a day. Like during nap time, I'll probably go and wipe everything down, and then again in the evening I'll wipe everything down again. And I think that's helping a lot to like just kind of keep our germs to ourselves. And with this thieves, I have been actually putting this on my feet, especially focusing in my toes and the tops of my foot, and like just really rubbing it in and then putting fuzzy socks on. I've been doing that at night before I go to bed, and then actually again in the morning when I wake up, and I think it's really helping me to just stay on top of this cold. When I went to the doctor last week, I had mentioned that I've just been trying to fight off this cold, keep it contained to my kids, and the doctor, she just said, remember to keep pushing lots of fluids, drink lots of water, which I do already, but she also said to be drinking some tea with honey in it. And my favorite tea right now is this green tea with lemon. It actually just soothes my throat so much, and then the honey just gives it a good flavor. And yeah, so I've been doing a lot of that. And just really getting that diffuser, staying right next to it and sniffing it all in. I know we're at like the end of the sickness season, but these things are in my house now 24/7, and I'm never not going to have these things on hand. I'm going to always keep these things around, because even if my kids like seem to be acting not normal, we're gonna start this regimen and just get going and stay on top of it. It's no fun to have sick kids, and it's exhausting as a mom and for your kids, for everybody to be sick. So that is why I wanted to do this video anyways, because I know even though it's close to the end of the sickness season, we are not in the clear yet, because there's still, we just got like, how many inches of snow? I think it was like we just got 7 to 12 inches of snow where I'm at. So winter is still here. I do not see spring coming anytime soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other sick kid hacks, please comment them down below. I'm always trying new things with my kids, and you know what might work this time might not work next time, or might not work for your kids. So having all of these different options is just so great in my own opinion. So please comment those down below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, I forgot to mention Tim's haircut days. 3 days. We're cutting Tim's hair on Wednesday. Today is Monday. We are cutting his hair on Wednesday. And he shaved his beard off but left the mustache, so hopefully that is also gone before Wednesday, because it's so gross. It's not as bad as the first time I saw it. It's starting to grow on me, but it still needs to go away. I'll see if I can find a picture and post it for you guys, because it's actually hilarious. Bye.